I went to the same school for my entire academic career. The school was built a long time ago when the town was booming with oil. At the elementary school, formerly the high school, there is an auditorium, creepy enough on its own, that actually has a legend I have heard many versions of. The story goes that a very twisted man often terrorized the town and the school children. When he went over the edge crazy, he hung himself in the sound booth high above the seats across from the stage so that he would always have the best view. The rumor is that if only the lights in the booth are turned on and you recite the line, the show must go on, and turn on the house lights, that you will see him hanging and smiling for the cast and crew. My grandmother told me when she was in high school, an old math teacher in his 60s named Harold Davidson was teaching math and one of his students wouldn't stop tapping his pen during class. The teacher went berserk and lost his mind. He snatched the pen and attacked the kid, lodging the pen down the child's throat, while his classmates looked on screaming. While struggling, the kid kicked the teacher in the chest. With the little energy he had left, the teacher collapsed and they both died at the same time. When school was back in session and math class began with the new teacher, the class noticed that a weird symbol appeared on the chalkboard. The symbol had lines inside of a circle. All the lines within the circle were the common math symbols: equal, plus, multiply, and division. If you outlined certain parts of the symbol, it looked as if a Pac-Man shape had a line going through its mouth, or maybe a head getting choked with a pen. The teacher asked who drew it, but no one came forward. The teacher laughed it off and tried to erase it off the board, but she couldn't remove the mark. She decided to live with it and ignore it for a month, but since maintenance couldn't even remove the symbol, she began to get annoyed. Eventually, she got the whole chalkboard replaced. As the students arrived for the next math lesson, they were shocked to find the new teacher dead laying in the exact same spot where Harold died. The autopsy found the teacher had a pen shoved down her throat. About 15 years ago, I was attending university outside of London. The school is famous for its art gallery that draws visitors from all over England. The final exams were given in a cavernous hall with dozens of enormous oil paintings covering the walls from floor to ceiling. I noticed that one painting hanging to my right had been covered with a large British flag. Although I didn't think much of it at any time, I asked several of the third-year students if they knew anything about it, and they told me the following story. Apparently, the university had always given exams in this hall because it was the largest building on campus. A number of years ago, there was one student who could not concentrate on his final exams. He just kept staring at a certain painting, oblivious to everything around him. He stared and stared at this one particular painting. While everyone else was scribbling down answers, he took two of his sharpened pencils, inserted them into his nose, and slammed his head into the desk. The pencil tips penetrated straight into his brain, killing him instantly. Ever since then, there has always been one painting in the gallery that is covered up during final exams. I went into the gallery one day to see the painting, and it is a portrait of a British nobleman from the 19th century. It is utterly unremarkable, except for the fact that its eyes stared straight back at you, the kind of painting that follows you wherever you move. The only certainty in this story that I can vouch for is that every year, hundreds of students shuffle into the hall to take their final exams and try, against all instincts and urges, to keep from continually glancing up at the British flag hanging from the wall above them.